There's a silent war happening within millions of young men around the world. A war that isn't fought with weapons, but with habits, cravings, and momentary pleasures. A war that slowly drains the soul, weakens the body, clouds the mind, and leaves behind a trail of lost potential. Most men don't even realize it's happening. They wake up, roll a joint, scroll through explicit content, and numb themselves with pleasure, thinking they're free. But in reality, they're prisoners, slaves to their own impulses. And worst of all, they've never tasted the true power hidden inside them. But what if I told you there was a way to break free? A way to unlock strength, clarity, and a magnetic presence that can't be faked. A way to feel more alive, more focused, and more in control. That way is through understanding two powerful forces, marijuana and semen retention, how they affect your body, mind, and soul, and how mastering them could change your life forever. Let's begin. Marijuana is often marketed as harmless, a chill-out drug, a spiritual enhancer, a plant that helps with anxiety, pain, sleep, and creativity. And while some of these benefits are valid in certain contexts, what's rarely talked about is how it affects the average man, especially the man who uses it daily, unconsciously, to escape reality. Physically, marijuana interacts with your endocannabinoid system, which plays a huge role in mood, appetite, sleep, pain, and even reproduction. Over time, regular cannabis use can lower testosterone levels, reduce sperm quality, and disrupt hormonal balance. Many long-term users experience lack of motivation, poor focus, brain fog, and even erectile dysfunction. It's not because weed is evil. It's because it messes with the same systems that regulate your primal masculine energy. Mentally, marijuana can become a crutch. You may start smoking to relax, but eventually, you rely on it just to feel normal. Your brain builds tolerance, and what once made you creative or insightful now just keeps you numb. You might lose the ability to sit with your thoughts, face your fears, or feel inspiration without a chemical high. Over time, the sharpness dulls, the ambition fades, and you start to accept mediocrity. Spiritually, marijuana clouds the connection to your higher self. Many believe it opens the third eye or helps them connect with the universe, and occasionally it might, but habitual use tends to suppress that inner voice. Instead of achieving peace through presence, you chase it through smoke. Instead of mastering your emotions, you float above them. This creates a false sense of enlightenment, where you feel spiritual, but you're still controlled by pleasure. Now combine that with another silent energy leak, the constant release of semen through masturbation or meaningless sex. This is where the real damage begins. Semen isn't just a bodily fluid, it's a concentrated form of life force. Think about it. It's the only substance in your body capable of creating another human being. That's how powerful it is. It's loaded with zinc, amino acids, trace elements, and a type of subtle energy that ancient cultures referred to as prana, chi, or vital essence. But most men treat it like a toy. They waste it daily on screens, fantasies, and lustful urges. They feel empty afterward, but don't know why. They think they're just tired or lazy, but the truth is, they're draining the very energy that gives them motivation, courage, and direction. When you release too often, your body and brain pay the price. Testosterone drops. Dopamine receptors become fried. You feel anxious, insecure, or emotionally numb. Spiritually, you lose the warrior spirit. You become more feminine in your energy, passive, indecisive, easily swayed. And when you combine frequent ejaculation with regular marijuana use, you enter a dangerous loop. Weed numbs the pain and guilt of releasing, Releasing numbs the drive to stop smoking. Over time, you become a shell of the man you were meant to be. Chill on the outside, but deeply unfulfilled on the inside. But here's the good news. Just as quickly as you fell into the hole, you can start climbing out. And that's where semen retention becomes a game changer. If you want to learn how to control your emotional and sexual urges more easily, as well as your marijuana consumption, so you can achieve the streaks you want instead of relapsing, I suggest you read The Art of Not Forcing. It teaches you about the ancient practices of Wu Wei, which means effortless action. This doesn't mean being lazy. It's about learning to overcome difficult challenges with a clearer and calmer mind, instead of feeling irritated all the time. Semen retention won't be easy, of course. It will feel like war, and that's good. The effort you put in and the struggles you face are what make you tougher. The art of not forcing simply will help you navigate through your journey with a more strategic and stoic way, helping you feel calmer and achieve your goals more effortlessly. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Semen retention is the ancient practice of conserving your sexual energy and transmuting it into higher states of being. It's not about fear of sex, it's about mastery over desire. When you stop wasting your seed and redirect that energy, something magical begins to happen. You feel it first in the body. Within just a few days, your testosterone rises, your voice deepens, your posture improves, your eyes become more focused and alive. You start standing taller, walking with purpose. Your immune system strengthens, your muscles recover faster, and your physical presence becomes more magnetic. In the mind, everything sharpens. You wake up with energy. You focus longer, speak more clearly, and think more logically. Dopamine resets, so the world starts feeling exciting again. You become less anxious, less needy, and more ambitious. The fog lifts, and a fire returns. Spiritually, you begin to remember who you are. You reconnect with your higher self, the part of you that isn't swayed by lust, fear, or laziness. You feel closer to God, nature, or whatever you believe in. Your intuition strengthens. You become a man of purpose, not a slave to pleasure, but a king in control. This transformation becomes even more powerful when you remove marijuana from the equation. Because without weed, your body returns to its natural rhythm. Your testosterone stays high, your sleep deepens, your drive returns. You no longer need a substance to feel calm, creative, or spiritual, because those qualities are already within you. At this point, you face a choice: the path of temporary comfort or the path of true strength. On one side, marijuana and lust offer quick relief, but long-term weakness. They feel good in the moment, but leave you empty after. On the other side, retention and discipline offer resistance at first, but lasting power. No one's saying weed is evil, or that you should never enjoy sex again. The point is balance, awareness, mastery. If you can use marijuana occasionally, with intention and reverence, without losing your drive, it may serve a purpose. But if it becomes a daily escape from life, then it's no longer helping you. It's holding you back. Semen retention isn't about shame. It's about growth. It teaches you how to channel your deepest desires into your highest goals. It makes you stronger, clearer, more attractive, more focused, and more connected to your purpose. When you combine retention with clean living, no drugs, no porn, healthy food, sun, sleep, and exercise, you unlock something that most men never experience: a version of yourself that feels unstoppable. The journey isn't easy. You will be tempted. Your old habits will scream for attention. You'll justify slipping up with thoughts like, just one time, or it's natural. And in those moments, you have a choice: to be who you were or to become who you were meant to be. In the first 7 days of retention and sobriety, you'll feel withdrawal, fatigue, irritability, restlessness. That's the poison leaving your system. Around day 14, your energy begins to build. You start to feel like you've woken up from a long sleep. By day 30, you feel stronger, faster, sharper. People start noticing. Your eyes change. Your aura becomes magnetic. And if you can make it to 90 days, something sacred happens. Your soul begins to glow. Your creativity explodes. Your body feels light, clean, and powerful. Women notice. Opportunities come. You speak with confidence. You walk like a king, not because of ego, but because you finally own your energy. The world needs strong men again, not fake alpha males obsessed with looks and dominance, but real men, men who are grounded, disciplined, and spiritually awake. Men who don't need drugs to feel peace. Men who don't waste their life force on pixels. Men who walk with a mission and leave behind a legacy. You have that man inside you right now. He's waiting. And every time you choose discipline over desire, strength over weakness, purpose over pleasure, you feed him. You bring him back to life. So the next time you're tempted to light up or release, ask yourself this: am I choosing temporary comfort or long-term power? Because once you taste that power, once you feel what it's like to be fully alive, there's no going back. This isn't just about semen or weed. This is about your soul. If you made it until here, leave a crown emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and are truly willing to finish what you start. And remember, live with honor or die a coward. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong.